Hi everyone, in this part of the lecture I will be talking about secondary treatment. It can be done with the help of activated sludge method, trickling filter method or oxidation tanks, but here I will be talking about activated sludge method in detail. Now from primary settling tank, primary effluent is transferred to this aeration tank. In this aeration tank, this effluent is constantly agitated mechanically, and along with that air is pumped. Now in this tank you have added inoculum, which consists of microbes which are involved in decomposition of organic matter. The question arises here, what type of microbes they are helpful in decomposition of organic matter? Surely decomposers, they are involved in decomposition. These are heterotrophs. It can include bacteria as well as fungi. Bacteria as well as fungi, they are major decomposers of organic matter. Now, in this aeration tank, there is presence of organic matter and also air is available. There is good aeration. Organic matter is food of these microbes and air is also required for decomposition activity. Food is also present, air is also present, so surely there is going to be vigorous growth of these heterotrophic microbes, which results in the formation of flocs. Now what are flocs? They are unicellular bacteria entangled in the filaments of fungi, and this whole mass is held with the help of slime layer. This group of microbes gives mesh-like appearance and it is known as flocs. Now this wastewater, it has high biochemical oxygen demand. Now what is this biochemical oxygen demand? It is amount of oxygen required to digest organic matter or to decompose organic matter by microbes, or more precisely you can say amount of oxygen required in milligram in 1 liter of water by microbes for digestion for 5 days at 20 degrees Celsius represent BOD. It is quite simple. If biological oxygen demand of water is more, it means it has more amount of organic matter, or you can say it has more polluting potential. So BOD is one important parameter to know polluting potential of water body. Now slowly, microbes, they are going to digest organic matter. Due to digestion of organic matter, biological oxygen demand decreases. Very, very important. Initial demand is high because organic matter is high. Slowly organic matter, it will decrease. So this is also going to decrease biological oxygen demand. When biological oxygen demand, it reaches 10 to 15% of its original value. Original value means value of BOD of raw sewage. Then it is the time to stop this digestion process. When BOD will decrease, it means majority of organic matter has been decomposed by the microbes and it is the time to stop this process. Now what you are going to do? You are going to transfer all this material, all this water into secondary settling tank. Because flocs, they are heavy, so they are going to settle down, they will sediment, and sedimented flocs, they represent activated sludge. Now it is not primary sludge, now it is not biosolid, now you are going to call it as activated sludge or secondary sludge. And supernatant is known as secondary effluent. Now this activated sludge consists of flocs. Flocs, they are rich in microbes which are involved in digestion. So what we are going to do, some part of floc or some part of activated sludge, it is transferred to this aeration tank so that it works like inoculum for further digestion. Large part of activated sludge along with the primary sludge, they are transferred to anaerobic sludge digester. Here This primary and secondary sludge is treated with the help of anaerobic heterotrophic bacteria, that is methanogens. They will digest sludge and will change it into biogas. But all this process is anaerobic, and what we have studied so far in aeration tank, that is aerobic, right? So we can see what we have studied so far. Now we have studied that primary effluent is passed into large aeration tanks. Yes, proper aeration is there because microbes which are involved in digestion, decomposition of organic matter, they are aerobic microorganisms. They are aerobes. It is constantly agitated mechanically and air is pumped. That's why you call it as aeration tank. Aeration tanks show vigorous growth of useful aerobic heterotrophic microbes into flocks. I have told you flocks represent mass of bacteria and fungi which gives mesh-like appearance. So they are masses of bacteria and fungi which forms mesh-like structures. While growing, these microbes consume the major part of the organic matter. They decompose organic matter due to what happens? Biological oxygen demand or biochemical oxygen demand, it decreases. Now, these statements regarding biochemical oxygen demand, they are really very important. So first we can see what is appropriate definition for this. It is amount of oxygen that would be consumed if all the organic matter in 1 liter of water were oxidized by bacteria at 20 degrees Celsius for 5 days. Now, BOD test measures the rate of oxygen uptake by microorganisms in a sample of water. Thus, indirectly, BOD is a measure of organic matter present in the water. More is the organic matter, it means it is going to have more demand of oxygen for decomposition. More is going to be BOD. So, greater the BOD of wastewater, more is its polluting potential because it has more amount of organic matter. Now, these values, they are really very important. Now, if value of BOD in water is less than 1500 mg per liter, it represents low pollution. If it is between 1500 to 4000, medium pollution. More than 4000, it's high level pollution. BOD is one important parameter used for knowing polluting potential of water body. Now, the sewage water is treated till BOD is reduced to 10 to 15% of its original value. Once the BOD of sewage or wastewater is reduced significantly, the effluent of aeration tank is then passed into secondary settling tank. Bacterial flocks, because they are heavy, so they are going to settle down and represent activated sludge. Just now I have told you that small part of activated sludge is pumped back into aeration tank, which works like inoculum to again start the process of digestion, and remaining major part of sludge is transferred to anaerobic sludge digester. Now, what anaerobic sludge digester is going to do? Here, anaerobic methanogenic bacteria are present. Hey, now aerobic bacteria are not present here. Here, anaerobes, they are present and they will digest bacteria and fungi present in sludge. During this process, mixture of gases, they are formed like methane, hydrogen sulfide, carbon dioxide. These gases, this mixture of gases represent biogas and it is used as fuel. So, in secondary treatment, we are going to have one gift, and that gift is biogas production. Now, the effluent from the settling tank of the secondary treatment plant is generally released into natural water bodies. Now that secondary effluent is almost free of organic matter, and if it has not to be used for domestic purpose, drinking purpose, cooking purpose, then it can be easily drained in rivers because pollution potential has been reduced. But if this water has to be used for domestic purpose, then it must be treated once again, and that treatment you are going to call it as tertiary treatment.